I really like your outfit.
Thanks. I struggled. It's been a long time since I've been in person doing an interview, let alone with the amazing you. So I didn't know what to wear. And I ended up with this denim on denim ensemble, the 1990s retro Chucks, which I at the time thought were cool, and this old flea market sweater.
I speak vintage, and I would like that sweatshirt when you're done with it.
It's yours.
Okay, that's good. Well, you play a doctor on television, but your real life family are doctors. I read a quote that you were saying you feel like you're finally part of the family business because you do this on the show now.
I'm finally respected at the dinner table now, and now I'm at least saving lives for pretend, so I feel like it's a step up.
Do you have, people on the set who are like keeping it straight and real?
Yeah, oh yeah. We've got doctors and nurses who keep us honest and point out all of our horrific flaws and the ways that we're mispronouncing every single medical term. But we make it happen. And it's been amazing to have them because, when you're doing a show that incorporates the pandemic and you're telling a story about that, it's amazing to talk to these frontline workers about that experience and just the incredible amount of work that it's been for them.
Okay, so knowing and really loving your show and knowing that you are a musician and you love music and you said that you would love New Amsterdam at one point, even if it's in your fantasy, to break into song, what song is it?
Oh my God, that's impossible. As you said that, for whatever reason, I Want to Break Free, Queen, just came to mind.
Perfect.
I don't know where that fits. I don't know where it makes sense, but...
Because it's anthemic, and also, I think we all want to break out of something right now, and free sounds...
Yeah.
But do you see life in a music hall? I heard that you, walk around New York City and either listen to Bach or hear Bach in your head.
I would say Dylan more than Bach. I remember when I first moved to New York, I was in a cab and I had Fourth Time Around by Bob Dylan on from Blonde on Blonde, and I just remember watching the whole city go by, and it was like moving there, and now I'm here in New York, and it was just like, that was a cool experience. That always stuck with me.
Well, you actually have a New York experience story that I hearken to when I think of you, which is I was hanging out with you and my car got towed, and we had to go to a Brooklyn tow yard.
Yeah.
And it felt like a musical.
It did. It literally was a movie. There were just no cameras.
Exactly.
It was perfect. You, of course, made friends with everybody who worked there, who was so excited that you were there. It was freezing. I wasn't dressed to be outside. I was in something like this, but it was
30 degrees.
28.
Yes, exactly.
And we were starving. I mean, we were just completely unprepared for this to happen. I was underdressed. We didn't have any food. It was late. And we got pizza from a grocery store from a very sweet... Do you remember her name? Because she was so sweet. And
it's like Minnie.
Yes, and she gave me crap. It was great.
Yeah, she did.
And then we just had a slice on the curb waiting.
Yeah.
For your car, talking about Woody Allen movies and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Albert Brooks and love of film and storytelling and great things being put out there.
Yeah.
What do you want people to take away from this new season of this very beloved show? I know your network really loves it. I know it really speaks to people. Your family is in medicine. The world is in a state that we could have never guessed it would be. What do you think that people can get out of your show, and what is the intention behind it? It's not easy to do that dance on a medical show right now in 2020 and 2021.
Right. Yeah, I think the show is best. I always love when the show succeeds in tackling a macro issue like racism or climate change or homelessness or something that's sort of seemingly unrelated to a hospital, that's healthcare, but certainly involves people's health, whether it's mental or physical, and why people end up in the hospital. And it tackles a macro issue like that on a very micro level, on the individual level. And it's about, for me at least, my character's journey is about acknowledging that one guy, one girl, one person can't change the system overnight by him or herself, but you might be able to positively impact one person's life, or a few people, or a community, and that ripple effect is real, and that creates change. So that's I think what the show does well.
Well, I'm really glad that I asked because that was such a good answer. I'm serious. I'm so glad that you came and came in person.
Yes, it is so happy to be here live. It's I've missed humanity and people and conversations in real life, so it's quite lovely.
Well, thank you for coming in the studio. And New Amsterdam airs Tuesdays at 10 p.m. on NBC.